Alright, what's going on, guys? It's GSR here. I wanted to explain to you guys why I started to rant on Mortal Kombat 11. I think some people believe it's because I suck at the game, but that's not true. I think it's because some people believe I was just trying to get views, which that's completely inaccurate and not true. Some people believe it was because I hate interest in their games, when that's not true. I grew up playing Mortal Kombat since I was a kid, playing it on the Game Boy, GameCube, Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, like PlayStation 3, nigga, PlayStation 4, obviously, as you can clearly see here. So it kind of doesn't make any sense, right? So the reason why I started ranting on Mortal Kombat 11 is because when I played the beta, I didn't think anything of it because it was a brand new Mortal Kombat game and I was very excited, just like everybody else. But once you start to get a lot of experience in this game, you start to realize the nonsense in this game. You start to realize, like, okay, this game's full of shit, right? And this game became really frustrating, and I gave it a chance multiple times. I try to I try to be positive and shit like that. Pretty much I had like a bipolar relationship with this fucking game, pretty much, right? And this game is super fucking frustrating. I don't think this game is fair either. From the defensive options being completely bullshit in this game to where you could have the hit advantage, but in reality you don't have the hit advantage. And then on top of that, it's very rare to go for a media in this game, which is fucking stupid as shit, right? You got way too many defensive options to get out of a bad situation. And what's confusing is they tell you in the training mode that the up 3 is designed to prevent the opponent from being overly aggressive, but then you give the opponent a forward roll, just like this nonsense, to where my back is pushing to the corner. That's why I staggered my forward because I knew for a fact he was going to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, bro. It's fucking ridiculous, man. These defensive options, bro, are ridiculous. Like, you know what I mean? You say something about it and people think they're so good, and then they talk shit to you and run their mouth. It's fucking corny, bro. Like, it's super corny how niggas be acting, bro. Like, they full of shit, man. Like, I'm trying to tell you, most people that be dick riding this game and shit like that, talking about this game is perfect. Oh, there's nothing wrong with this game. You just trash this, that, this. It's like you're a dick rider, bro. There's plenty of high-level players, including well-respected members of the FGC, coming out and actually telling you how it actually is. It's just funny to me, man. From MK11 characters fighting MKX characters in this game to the constant counterpicking in this game, which is unbelievably ridiculous. I mean, the bullshit fatal blows that cost no resources, still has access to armor. Then on top of that, even if you block it or you whiff punish the opponent, it comes right back. Like, that's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit. And that's the reason why I started making videos constantly ranting on this game. I'm not going to say I was one of the main ones that started it, because I don't know if I was or wasn't, right? But I do feel like I gave people the confidence in themselves to say what the hell they actually feel about this game. That's what I believe, okay? So, I don't really have much to add here, man. I just wanted to explain to you guys why I actually started ranting on this game. Some people believe it's because I hate NRS, I hate the game, when that's not true. I do believe this game has a lot of potential, but NRS is going to have to do something about this game, bro. Because this shit's ridiculous, bro. Like, crazy defensive options, fucking crushing blows, bro. Jesus Christ, on a fucking throw. When throws in this game are a big deal because they do 14% damage. You know what I mean? And then you give somebody a free crushing blow on their throw if you guess in the wrong direction, which increases their chances of beating you because you're stuck into this strike throw mind game. And then on top of that, if you tech the throw in the wrong direction, their crushing blow is still charged up. But not only that, they could just hit you with a forward throw, depending on what character you're going against. So it's just like the forward throw and back throw is a 50-50 situation in this game. The throws in this game are unbelievably strong, and they position certain characters in correct positions. Liu Kang and Gears are prime examples of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Nightwolf is a prime example of that shit. Kano is a prime example of that shit. So it doesn't make any sense. And then you give certain characters in this game an actual special move that happens to be a fucking parry, right? When you're already promoting a flawless block mechanic, which happens to be what? A fucking parry. So why do we need an actual parry? That doesn't make any sense, bro. And some of these crushing blows are broken and dumb as hell in this game. Liu Kang and Gears are prime examples of that shit. Cabal is a prime example of this shit. Brain dead crushing blows that do retardedly amounts of damage. And then you have certain characters like Johnny Cage, Shang Tsung in his shapeshifter variation when he tries to go for Rain's super kick. You know what I mean? It's useless crushing blows, bro. You know what I mean? Not unless I go for an uppercut on you or I manage to punish you with a nut punch. But it's just like, come on, bro. Like, This shit is stupid. And then you got hurt slash hitbox problems in this game. You know, they still haven't fixed Johnny Cage's whiffing issues, but they were so quick to nerf him. It's just like, it doesn't make any sense, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Johnny Cage is bad, because I think he's fine. And just to be completely honest with you guys, I think he's fine. I just thought that it was weird how they nerfed him for a character that only has, you know, staggers to help him get something going, and good frame data and good footsies and shit like that, and good shit in the neutral, you know what I mean, to help him get something going. Because my whole point with those videos was to explain that how is it okay for you to nerf Johnny Cage, right, when you got other characters in the game like Shao Kahn that's like literally +6. Fucking Scarlet is literally +6. Shang Tsung is literally +6. He has a lot of plus frames and shit like that, especially if he puts you into the fucking corner. And then what they did with Shang Tsung and Shao Kahn is that they added a flawless block gap. That's all they really had to do. But instead, they took away Johnny Cage's plus frames, which left I mean, to be honest with you, it left me hella perplexed because it didn't make any sense. How these characters have plus frames, but my character only has 1 plus frame. I'm not saying he's not viable, but it's like, that doesn't make sense. But then on top of that, right, you have characters in this game that have 50-50s, mix-ups for days and shit. My character doesn't. So it's just weird, man. And then this is when this nigga right here started doing this counter-picking shit. Like, you know, he picked Nightwolf because Nightwolf has pretty good staggers, and not only that, good frame data, but not only that, a good strike throw mix-up mind game, and then he has access to like a 50-50 situation. So it's like, I knew exactly what the fuck he was doing with this situation right here. But I forgot some of Nightwolf's frame data, and I think he knew that. But yeah, I'll probably make a video talking about Nightwolf and how you can kind of like deal with him in the neutral, because that's the variation that I'm going to be using that this guy was using, but I haven't been training on it all the way. Not completely, but I know how to do combos with him and shit like that. But I know how he works. He can play kind of like a pretty good keep away game and get really annoying with that shit, and then when you feed into temptation, he can obviously, like, you know, go for his spear tracks, which is that rolling low move and shit like that. But I don't really have anything else to add here, man. Hopefully you guys are being safe out there and shit like that. I just wanted to talk about this because there's other things I could talk about in this game that's ridiculous. I've shown you guys multiple videos and proving how fucked up this game can be, and then you have high level players and well respected members of the FGC coming out and actually saying something about it. So, you know, and it's funny because I said something about the breakaway system and how it's bullshit, how you can break out of a combo and then you're the one to get punished, right? And I said something about that, right? And what was ironic about this particular situation is that when I said something about it, I got a whole bunch of flack for it, right? But one of my favorite MK YouTubers of all time, which is Sonic Fox, because I watched him since MK9 and watched him grow into the player he became, which I'm happy for him, right? He said something about the breakaway system, and some of the same niggas that bashed me in my comment section down below was agreeing with him in his comment section down below. Figure that shit out. I told you, the truth comes from the dark to the light. I knew I wasn't lying about this. I knew I wasn't making excuses and shit like that, and now it's actually being told how this game actually is, because you feel cheated when you play this game, and this game is super frustrating. But from now on, I'm gonna stay positive because I already said what I had to say back in the past, and I don't feel like going on and on and on about Mortal Kombat 11 and ranting constantly because it gets really tiring and annoying and shit like that. So I already know what it is with this game. Same thing with high level players, and I don't have to be a high level player just to know what the fuck's going on with this game. So yeah, with that being said, hopefully you guys are you know, being safe out there in these crazy times and stuff like that. But with that being said, peace.
Nightwolf wins. one, fight!
It's good to be king.
Round 2, fight!
Ancestors give me strength. Help me, Great Spirit.
Final round, fight! Finish him! Johnny Cage wins.